Hello, I am Chucky J, and I'm going to take a look at the Back to the Future game on Xbox One. It just came out a few weeks ago. This is now the Saturday after Back to the Future Day. So that Wednesday the 21st was the day that in Back to the Future 2, Marty and Doc went forward to. So I went ahead and rewatched that movie. I enjoyed a lot of the clips online. Saw Marty and Doc arrive on the Jimmy Kimmel show, and then Michael J. Fox talked about how Nike has designed now the self-lacing shoes, power laces, and they'll be auctioned next year sometime to support his Parkinson's Foundation. They did the same thing 4 years ago in 2011 with shoes that looked just like it but didn't have the power laces yet. So that was really cool. They sold for thousands of dollars each pair. You know, I want to say 8,000 was probably the minimum that I saw. So it was really cool. Raised a lot of money for his foundation. So I'm going to check out the game here. I think I played the first version, the first mission a year or two ago. But we're going to check it out here. Oh, we could skip to any episode. Yeah, I didn't finish a full episode. I know that. I didn't finish It's About Time. I think I finished the first area of It's About Time. So let's just start from scratch. It's not voiced by Michael J. Fox, but I think one of the later episodes, they got him to come back and play a relative of Marty, which was pretty cool. J.P. Penny. Okay. New game. Would you like to see notifications when Marty has a new goal? Let's say yes. Yeah, so this is a Telltale game. It's one of their earlier ones.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 26th, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1. Come on, Einie. Hey, boy, get in there. That a boy. In you go. Get down. Get your seatbelt on. That's it.
Whoa. Okay.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch. Got it?
Right. Check, Doc.
Good. Have a good trip, Einstein. Watch your head.
You got that thing hooked up to the car?
Watch this.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Not me. The car. The car. If my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. Watch this.
You disintegrated Einstein.
What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour!
I don't think there's a timer in like some of their more recent games.
Occurred at exactly 1:20 a.m. and 0 seconds.
You're gonna. Oh, there we go.
Jesus Christ, Doc! You disintegrated Einstein.
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. I sent him into the future. 1 minute into the future, to be exact. And at precisely 1:21 a.m. and 0 seconds, we shall catch up with him and the time machine.
Gotta go with the classic responses.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine
Out of a DeLorean?
out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're going to build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal. Look out!
Doc?
Uh-oh.
That's peculiar.
Where's the car, Doc?
It should have caught up with us 27 seconds ago.
Doc, what happened to Einstein?
No
That's
need for
not good.
concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Marty, could you get my notebook? It should be in the toolbox.
Oh boy. Perfectly repeated dialogue while... Yes. Achievement unlocked.
What's in the box?
Don't touch that. It's plutonium.
Plutonium?
How do you think I generated 1.21 gigawatts of power?
I don't know.
Notebook. Got it. Flux capacitor?
That's it.
What the heck's a flux capacitor?
My latest invention. The thing that makes time travel possible. In this notebook, I've detailed the nearly 3 decades of scientific breakthroughs necessary to build a working time machine. If it ever fell into the wrong hands, the consequences could be catastrophic. Let's see. It's mass equals I times Z, and E equals the square root of Z times C squared, and the flux dispersal rate is inversely proportional to the 4th root of N, carry the 9, then...
Doc, something's way off here.
Uh-oh.
Doc?
Twin Pines Mall.
Great
Lone Pine
Scott!
Mall.
Doc, what is it?
I've made a horrible mistake.
Oh no!
Doc! Doc, no!
I'm sorry, Marty.
Doc, come back! Doc!
I forgot that happened in the
Doc!
mission I played. Wow.
Marty?
Weird
Is everything
science.
okay?
Yeah, Mom, it was just a nightmare. I was in the past, and Doc was there.
Well, you're safe and sound now. Back in good old 1986. But you'd better get up. Your father's waiting for you.
Huh?
Weren't you going to meet him over at Doc's?
Holy crap, I'm late!
Okay, it was a dream. Da-da-da. So good. It was a dream. Or was it? There's all the clocks. The model of the city. Inie's bowl. The amplifier. estate sale. Oh, man.
Dad, are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never. You wouldn't believe how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc's stuff. The city has no right to...
Now, son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for months, and the city really seems hell-bent on using his land for that new parking garage. And, hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
It's just not fair. But at least things can't get any worse.
Hey, Marty.
Hi, Biff.
Come to see if the old crackpot had any buried treasure?
Nah, I guess I'm just... remembering.
Make sure Doc didn't leave anything dangerous lying around. Okay.
Does nature contrive it so that even with a time machine, you can intervene to prevent your own conception, for example?
Except in this world you can.
I miss Einstein. I'd better stick around. Doc might have left something important behind, and he wouldn't want it to end up at Biff's place.
No, you wouldn't. Okay.
Hey, Dad. I'm telling you, this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know...
Yes, you've told us he's not dead. He's on a trip. Let's say you're right. Have you considered that this trip may not have been entirely voluntary? I hate to say it, but Doc's run up some pretty sizable debts around town. Maybe he's just hiding from his creditors.
You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never run away from his problems.
Well, you know him better than I do, son. But the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. Maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
What's Biff doing here? He wasn't a friend of Doc's.
It's a public sale, Marty. Everyone's allowed. Even Biff.
Have you looked at Doc's model of Hill Valley?
I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
I'm gonna look around at some other
It
stuff.
took me forever to
before I go
repair
over
this
there.
thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies.
Okay.
Let's make some noise.
Let's do this. Where's the guitar? Gotta find the guitar.
I wonder why Doc didn't take any of these with him.
Guess the guitar's probably in here somewhere. Biff, get out of my way.
Hope that wasn't poison gas or anything.
Hey, let me try, Marty.
Now, Biff, let Marty have his turn.
You got it, Mr. McFly. Enough of that junk.
Now, Biff.
Sorry, Marty.
Okay, I guess I have to. Either talk to Biff or look at the model.
Doc built this model at downtown Hill Valley way back in 1955. The clock tower in the courthouse even works. What the? Is that Doc's notebook in there?
Hey, that looks just like the courthouse. You gotta hand it to the old coot. He was good with his hands.
Biff, can I see that a minute?
This would look great in my fish tank. Give the old carp something new to nibble on.
I don't know what... All
You know,
right.
you and my folks go way back.
Yeah? So?
So how about letting me have that model courthouse for old time's sake?
I think I'll keep it.
Give it here, Biff.
Well, well, looky what we have here.
Uh-oh.
Looks like plans for something. What's a flux catheter?
It's none of your business. Doc asked me to...
Brown's worm food, kid. But this looks like it might be worth something.
Whoops.
Doc must have whipped up some crazy compounds in that cauldron. It smells like beef stew.
Well, now what do I do?
Hey, Biff. I'll pay you for it.
How much? Not enough.
Oh, man.
I only want that notebook because, well, I'm sentimental. It's like a piece of Doc.
Doc's dead. Time to get over it and move on.
He's not gonna believe the notebook's worthless. Alright, I'm gonna try it anyway.
Just a notebook with Doc's scribblings. What did Doc ever accomplish?
Nothing.
Then it's worthless, right?
If it was really worthless, you wouldn't want it so bad.
Mm-hmm. He's not buying it.
Never mind.
Alright, I'm just gonna look around some more. I feel like there's probably another solution to this. Oh, there's the guitar. Give me that guitar.
Hey, Dad, why's my guitar got a price tag on it?
Sorry, son. Must have been an overzealous clerk. Just pick it up. I'll iron things out with the bank.
Okay, so now I have Marty's guitar. Use on the amplifier. Use. Let's rock.
Here's an oldie, but a goodie. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look, it's Chuck Butthead. Let me show you how it's done.
Now, Biff, I think that's Marty's guitar.
Oh, gosh, you're right, Mr. McFly. Oh, here you go, Marty. Let's hear a few licks.
Okay.
Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
Hopefully that knocked the book out, maybe? Or did it? No.
Now that is a dangerous amp.
Ugh.
Hey, Dad. That notebook is Doc's legacy. I've got an
Okay, let's
obligation
try
to
this.
protect it.
Now, hold on a minute. Didn't you just get done telling me Doc's still around? Off traveling somewhere?
Yeah?
Then how is it your obligation to protect his legacy? You can't have it both ways, Marty. If Doc's alive, he can protect his own legacy.
I
You
feel like
think
there was...
dreams can predict the future?
Well, you know I don't go in for that mystical stuff, but I do think they can reflect how you're feeling about the future.
I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
I feel like there was some sort of...
And now, something your kids are really gonna like.
Thanks for warming them up for me, Butthead.
Biff, I thought I told you not to take my son's guitar.
Oh, right. Sure
Okay,
thing, Mr. McFly.
I think what I gotta do is
I was just
tell-
warming him up for you, Marty. Let's see what you got. Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
Okay, I think I gotta tell him to stop fighting my fights
Hey,
for
Dad.
me.
About Biff. Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle him.
So can I.
Yeah.
I guess you can. Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way. You know where to find me.
All right.
Keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
I'm gonna try the guitar again and see what happens.
You want to hear a number by Biff and the Biff Tones? Always happy to play for my adoring fans.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's he doesn't know what he's doing.
Now watch me blow the lid off this joint.
Whatever you say.
Whoa!
Rock on, Biff.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Give me that notebook.
Doc, where are you?
Who's in the time machine? I'm just gonna walk around, make sure there's nothing else here. I don't think there is. Oh, okay.
Doc?
Okay.
Einstein! Where'd you come from, boy? Didn't you bring Doc with you?
Where did he go? Alright, we got a tape deck, a time circuit switch, a shoe. Let's check the shoe. The tape is probably going to be the key, but...
Okay,
Let's
Doc,
check
I
the
know I
shoe.
haven't seen you in a few months, but I'm pretty sure this isn't your shoe.
Alright, tape recorder.
Marty?
Ah!
Marty, if you're hearing this recording, then the DeLorean's automatic retrieval feature is a resounding success.
Automatic retrieval?
In case of my failure to return to the DeLorean within an allotted time, I programmed the time machine to jump to these four-dimensional coordinates without me. As you are well aware, time travel is an inherently risky activity, and despite my elaborate precautions, there's always a possibility that I could land in trouble sometime. And that sometime is now, or then, or maybe later.
He's in trouble.
Marty, you've come to my rescue in the past, or was it the future? Anyway, I'm relying on you to do it again. Please take the DeLorean back, or forward, to whatever it is I'm stuck in time. When you get there, I'm sure you'll figure out what to do.
That's it? Aren't you gonna tell me when that is?
Just go to the date specified on the time circuit readout under the heading marked Last Time Departed. Good luck.
Right. Last time departed. Oh, jeez. Come on. Crap! Oh, great. How am I supposed to find him now?
Oh boy.
I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc.
Try just
Looks
turning
like the
it on
time
again.
circuits still work. Now I only need to know when to look for Doc.
Yeah.
I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc.
Okay. Is there anything else I can look at? I guess the notebook, maybe? Photo of George McFly. Okay.
This time-traveling shoe is my only clue to finding Doc.
Okay. Maybe I could get out and show it to his dad. All right, let's check in with Einstein.
What kind of trouble is Doc in, Einie?
Oh, can I not go back in the house? Oh boy. Follow the trail to Doc. That's what I'm trying to do.
This notebook has all of Doc's plans for the flux capacitor and the DeLorean. I'd better make sure it never falls into the wrong hands. And by wrong hands, I mostly mean Biff.
I don't really want to look for... I don't really want to get a hint if I can avoid it. After Marty is investigating the driverless time machine. Alright, let's get back in the time machine.
I probably shouldn't fiddle with the time circuits again until I know when to look for Doc.
That's my whole problem. I'm gonna have to use a hint, aren't I?
I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc.
Alright, I'm gonna hit Y. A high-heeled shoe in the DeLorean. Something smells fishy here. Yeah. That is so not helpful.
What kind of trouble is Doc in, Einie?
I guess I could use the shoe. Let's use the shoe.
What do you know about this shoe, Einie?
Okay. Come on, Einstein.
Great Scott! I think he's onto something.
Alright, let's go. Let's find the owner of the shoe. Yay!
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie? What kind of trouble is Doc in, Einie? Why couldn't Doc have invented a dog translator?
Alright, let's use the buzz. No, not Strickland. I don't think.
Step away from the door!
Ah!
Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on!
You're a slacker.
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get along now! Scat!
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see.
Alright, then we use the shoe, I guess. There we go.
A shoe? Wow, now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there!
That's a start.
Leave that creature outside!
Sorry, Einstein.
Making progress.
Well, took you long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But...
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up. Have a seat, Sonny.
Okay.
Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes!
Oh, man.
Is that Vice Principal Strickland?
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. And don't touch anything.
Yeah, right. See if I can grab those binoculars. Yep.
Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
Man, these are powerful. I could see Biff going into the video store.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe the filth that boy watches. Yeah, he's nothing but an out-of-control hedonist, just like his father.
If there's a clue to finding Doc out there, I'm not seeing it. I don't even know where to start looking.
Don't touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them.
That's pretty much what street punks have, is jam all over their fingers. Alright, yeah, we gotta look at the shoes.
Einstein brought me that shoe from the past. But when in the past?
That's the question.
What are these?
My editorial trophies.
Cat Lovers Quarterly.
It's legitimate journalism.
Alright.
Miss Strickland, about your tea. You forgot to turn on the...
You! It's spelled with a U! You illiterate vandal!
Okay. Alright, I guess we gotta check the cat bowls.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Ms. Pretty Whiskers is very particular about who handles her food.
Oh, man. Alright, let's try using the tape recorder on her.
I don't want to record them right now.
Oh. I didn't want to record it. I wanted to play it for her.
Marty?
Ah! Candy looks older than I am.
Alright.
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
It's the radiator. Alright. I'm gonna touch the cat bowl. Nope. Newspaper. While she's gone.
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture.
Okay.
Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
No.
Go ahead, dear.
Don't bring her back in here.
Hey, there's Jennifer's mom coming out of the market.
Mrs. Parker? I find it curious that she always uses the same strapping red-headed bag boy. Don't you?
If there's a clue to finding Doc out there, I'm not seeing it. I don't even know where to start looking.
Yeah. I don't either. Alright, let's get her back in the kitchen again.
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Maybe if I peek my head in the kitchen while she's in there? I could try and sneak out, I guess.
The polite guest stays out of the host's kitchen, Mr. McFly.
Okay.
I can't leave now. Miss Strickland's my only hope of finding Doc.
Yeah, that's peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Yeah. That's peculiar.
Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
Yes?
Aha!
Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Aye, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But...
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog.
Oh, when was it?
Oh, yes. The day that speakeasy burned down.
a speakeasy? In Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Alright, let's find out more.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
Okay.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch...
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square. Right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
The video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
Following year, as I recall.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on lower things. Is that?
Tim Tannen! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
All right, I think
Don't let
we
me
know.
keep you from your business.
I think we know what we need to now.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
All right, let's see if that's enough to get us out of here.
Would you mind if I stepped out for a minute? I just remembered a video I've got to return.
Do you have to go? I get so few visitors these days.
But
And I'd hate to have to tell my brother, your vice principal in charge of discipline, how rude you were to me. Especially with graduation coming up and all.
Oh, man. All right, I guess we got to get her back in the kitchen.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Nope, it's not. All right, then we can get out of here.
I guess I'm stuck here for a while.
What?
Miss Strickland lost that shoe the day the speakeasy burned down. But when was that? I guess I'm stuck here for a while.
Oh, man.
Stop looking at me. Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that, dear?
Nothing. Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that, dear?
Nothing.
All right, gotta get her to come back out, I guess.
That's what you get with these cheap, foreign-made kettles. But trying to find an American one nowadays... ugh.
All right, we'll just
Excuse me, Miss
talking to
Strickland.
her, I guess.
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out. Every
Whoa.
single issue.
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Oh, no.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
Following year, as I recall.
Don't let me keep you from
Okay.
your business.
Let's get her back to the kitchen again.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
And we'll look at the newspapers again.
Brown Mansion destroyed. 1962. No, that's not where Doc's stranded. Alright, Einstein brought me this shoe, and Miss Strickland lost the shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down. But when did the speakeasy burn down? I at least need to know the year. Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall. Peabody Ranch to be rezoned
guess we
for
just keep
commercial
looking.
development. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least. Clint Eastwood plunges to death on runaway train. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Yeah. I do too. I mean...
Stop looking at me.
In theory, maybe she stopped working for the paper and started working for the Cat
I'm
magazine.
gonna write a sternly worded letter of complaint.
Okay.
Miss Pretty Whiskers?
This is a wee bit frustrating here.
Miss Strickland?
Let's talk to her again.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. I probably wrote it myself.
Yes, I know.
I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
I told you not to touch those.
Miss Strickland lost that shoe the day the speakeasy burned down. But when was that? That tea's never gonna boil.
Ay, ay, ay.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that, dear?
Nothing. Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
Oh, okay. Of course.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
All right. Now we get her to go back in the kitchen. Then we can look in the newspapers for something in January or something.
Surely the water's boiling by now.
Figuring out these puzzles is a bit of a challenge sometimes.
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
My newspapers!
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out! Get out! Get out!
Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Oh, all right. Now we know when to go. And got the appropriate clothing.
Marty! Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
Of course, they're all lies.
It's, my uniform. Didn't I tell you? I got a job.
At the Model T factory?
Yeah. No.
Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone. You ready to go, Einstein?
Let's do this.
Time circuits on. Flux capacitor, fluxy.
I love it.
Okay, if Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Yay! Uh-oh. Don't shoot at the DeLorean. See the car of the future. Yay!
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Whoa, she almost got ran over.
Young man! Excuse me, young man!
Who, me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man-in-the-street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
This is Mrs.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
Alright, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll pick this up in a little bit. Probably tomorrow or the next day I'll do some recording. So hope you enjoyed it. And we'll get back to more Back to the Future.